Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite mother of three, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is a get ready with me girl. I don't know how y'all do it, but I'm trying to get used to it, girl. I finally decided that I no longer want to be a hermit crab and that I would socialize with human beings that don't live in my household. And so I went out over the weekend and I had a phenomenal time, and I'm just getting back to being or feeling 100% because I stopped partying pretty early on in my 20s. By 25, pregnant, and pretty much never touched the road ever again. But now my kids are getting older and I'm ready to pop out and show niggas. So Mama's been enjoying that side of life and like actually just touching grass. Yeah, it's quite the experience, but like I said, I don't know how y'all do this multiple day thing, because baby, when I say the recovery was serious, it was something serious. Even this morning when I woke up, I really wasn't 100. I really wasn't. But God is good. God is great. So I feel better now. It's probably due to the coffee. But did I have coffee yesterday? I think I did have coffee yesterday, but I couldn't even really finish it. Which is crazy because I can finish a cup of coffee. I need to go for a facial for sure. My skin is definitely looking a little rough, feeling a little rough. Don't like that. So I'm gonna go light on the makeup today while I kind of talk to you about my experience going out and trying to be social as an adult in their 30s that has not had much, interaction with other people in a social environment or setting, because it's hard. Like, it's actually hard to even just step out. Like, literally, it's so hard to make friends as an adult. Obviously you probably have friends from like high school, like me. Like, I obviously have friends that I interact with from high school, and I have my best friends, and of course they can come and visit me, but like, how does that help me on a regular day? It doesn't. And so the Lord sent a good old friend. Okay, the Lord sent a friend to my doorstep about 2 weeks ago. And it's like, who knew that I had such a cool neighbor that I would vibe and click with the way that we have? Like, similar energies, similar mindsets, hardworking gal, you know what I mean? So yeah, super exciting. And so I finally feel like I found my tribe. I mean, the Lord knew I was not gonna go out and source somebody to be friends with. So he literally had to send her to my door, and like, I had the most fun I've had in my adulthood over the weekend. Literally, like, I've not had fun like that in a long time, but definitely not since like before 20s. In Canada, you start partying at like 18, 19, right? And so you might kind of burn out the party scene like by mid-20s, when really you shouldn't. And I think a lot of people make that mistake. Like, with me, I definitely feel like I wasted my 20s, like wasted them. I should have done way more partying, but I had extenuating circumstances. Like, I didn't have a normal 20s, okay? So my situation is a little different, but like, if you're in your 20s right now, oh my God, don't have a long-term partner, that's for sure. Like, don't go having no long-term boyfriend, girlfriend. Don't do it to yourself, girl. Wait till you're like 26, 27 before you decide if you're gonna scope out, a relationship that goes long-term. I feel like until you hit 30, you don't need to be tied down to no damn body, because you miss out on a lot. And you're not going to realize it until after you turn 30. And then also, if you were in a long-term relationship in your 20s and, you put up with certain things in your 20s, by the time you hit 30, you're going to have like this, realization that you can't put up with those same things anymore, and your whole perspective shifts. And you know what? It could be due to having kids, or it could just be maturity. Some people don't want to grow, and that's totally fine. But like, if they are not willing to grow, if they're not willing to adapt to new worlds or new ideas and stuff, like, they will hold you back. And that could be a friend, that could be a lover, doesn't matter. It could even be a sibling, you know what I mean? Like, some people are stuck in their ways, and if you hang around with people that are stuck in their ways, they are going to be like a crab in a barrel mentality and try to bring you down, hold you back, all those things. Not this a Botox girl. I just have to get these things off my chest, because like, when you get to reflect and see all the mistakes you've made along the way in your like younger years, and you actually have learned from them, you can speak from an informed place. Because if I don't know nothing else, baby, I know life experience, okay? I've had quite a few experiences in my lifetime, you know, some good, a lot bad, but I think it's really how you deal with them and how you bounce back from them that matters. It doesn't matter like the stuff that you go through on a regular basis, as long as you are learning from those things. Now, if you're not learning from those things, you're just going to keep repeating the same stuff over and over again. It's like if you have a type and you keep going for that same type, expecting to get different results from that type. Like, girl, what are you doing? You know what I mean? If I could like go back in time and tell my 20-something-year-old self anything, it would be single and have fun. Because respectfully, I think your 20s are there for you to make certain mistakes, or at least be observing other people's mistakes so that you don't make those mistakes. In like today's day and age, it's really important to understand what boundaries are and to set your boundaries and to know what your boundaries are and not to move the boundary post, which if you don't know better, you won't do better. So like, if you have deal breakers and somebody breaks one of those rules that you have like spoken to yourself about it, like, I'm not going to accept this from anybody, right? And you decide you're going to not only forgive them, but allow them to still be in your space in the same capacity that they were before. You're really telling them that it's okay that they broke, you know, your trust or whatever it is, and they're likely to do it again. Unless, of course, they are open to change and growing and things of that nature. But a lot of the times people are just who they are, and we as humans sometimes don't want to accept that. We don't want to accept that people are, you know, maybe not like us. Shout out to Kendrick. Sometimes it's hard to accept that somebody would do something to you that you just know you would never do to them, and you're just like dumbfounded by it, because it's just like, who raised you? Why are you so problematic? You know, it's important to me, I think, to forgive people, but setting a boundary after you forgive them, which would be keeping them at a distance or not talking to them at all, depending on how they crossed a boundary, so to speak, right? Sometimes you don't have to cut somebody off completely, but you do need to create distance there so that they can't cross the boundary again. You know what I mean? And how you'll also know if you are appropriately setting those boundaries and stuff is the peace that you will have if you are dealing with people accordingly. I think we're afraid a lot of the time to deal with people accordingly. Oh, Jesus. What was I even saying, girl? I got a phone call, chat. I had to take it. I was talking about boundaries and, like, you know, not moving those boundary posts, things of that nature. I'm not putting any foundation on today. It's so crazy that you can have like experiences in this lifetime that literally make you change the way you think, feel, act. But I guess that's the whole kind of purpose of life, you know, because if you're not like evolving and changing, then girl, what are you even doing but wasting space? Okay, breathing in God's air for no damn reason. Despite that being the case, though, when you do have those experiences that kind of shape the way that you think, feel, act, I think it's really important to make sure that it's not like negatively impacting how you move, which is hard, right? Because, you know, sometimes, especially if you have like really bad experiences, you can become really guarded or jaded. And I think it's important. That's why it's really important to work through those emotions and process them so that you're not carrying certain things into new situations. That's why it's also so important to deal with your traumas, girl. Don't be out here not dealing with the traumas. Don't do it. You have to deal with your trauma. And sometimes you might think it's easier to sweep the trauma under the rug, but baby, I'm telling you right now, it's not. It's actually counterproductive to your growth. I think most people do sweep things under the rug for as long as they possibly can. Eventually, you have to put on your big girl panties and face your stuff head on. But it's okay to like take time to do it. You don't have to have something happen to you one day and then the next day be fine about it. Like, you can take as long as you need to process that, but you have to also give yourself a time limit on how long are you going to, you know, process it for. And you have to do that because if you don't, it will begin to rule you in a way. And I think that's what happened to me, where my social anxiety was concerned, and like, you know, staying home for as long as I had been and not getting out there and socializing, and essentially allowing it to rule me so badly that like every time I'm going out, I'm getting an anxiety attack and like cancel my plans, don't go outside. And then before I knew it, I was just in the house all the time and living my life like a hermit crab and genuinely scared of people because of my trauma with people. Now, if you recall, way back in the day, okay, when I was doing Botox, something that I always used to say, which I think I even said in the earlier in this video, was when people show you who they are the first time, believe them. And it was like the biggest piece of advice I used to give out, but was not taking it. I absolutely was not taking it. And partially it's because naturally I'm really forgiving. Like, I just can't hate people, and sometimes I'm frustrated with myself about that. Like, I don't hate people, like even when they do me dirty, and you know the people be doing me dirty, and I don't hate them for it because I just know that they're not, you know, evolved, so to speak. They have their own demons that they have not dealt with, why they have to behave the way that they do. And it's not an excuse for them, right? But it's just the truth, you know? And so I never really stay mad at people. Like, I don't grudge people. Even if I create a distance and I'm like, I'm cutting them off, I'm not talking to them, I don't grudge them. Like, look how many stories that I've told about people that have hurt me. I don't hate those people. I don't, you know, begrudge them. Even if they still actively try to hurt me or do whatever, like, I just ignore them. Sometimes I have to do a good old dragging, but like, even when I do that, I'm not like pressed about it. That's why in my videos, when I am talking about certain situations, I be cackling, okay, like literally giggling, because I learned to not take life so seriously, because my life is literally, well, has been very chaotic, but I'm still thriving. So why would I take it seriously? Like, there's no point. Like, the stuff that happens in my life is just not normal. So I have no choice but to like laugh, you know, because what am I gonna do? Sit here and bawl my eyes out? You know, of course you're gonna have some nights of that, some days of that. I haven't had a good old cry in a while, and I haven't felt the need to, which is really good as well. But like, stuff happens, life happens, you know. I always say, you could not have paid me, you could not have told me that my life was gonna go in the way that it has. You could not have told me that. And like, why did I move to Jamaica sooner, girl? Like, I just can't. It's the like the literal best feeling when you find peace in your situation, in your life, you know, the literal best. And when certain things that would probably bother you in a previous time don't bother you currently or now, you know, it's the best. And just to add to that, like, sometimes you look back on certain things, and sometimes, like, for my own personal, I look at how I would react to certain things then versus now, you know, and it's like night and day. And my mom tells me all the time as well, it's like, I have watched you just become so strong. She said there was a point where she was really worried about me, like really. She knew I was in like a place of supreme weakness, okay, where I literally could not cope. And she says that time was scary for her as my mom to see me like that. But now she's like, I never worry about you. Oh, not me getting emotional, girl. She's like, I never have to worry about you now. Like, you know, so she's always telling me how proud she is and things of that nature, and just like pouring into me in that way. And it's so nice that she does that, because I'm usually the person that's pouring into somebody. And so for somebody else to be filling my cup, what is this video? Shout out to my mom, okay? Like, for somebody else to pour into my cup is so refreshing, literally. Like, that's the best word I could use to describe it. It's so refreshing, because I'm not used to it. Like, obviously my mom's always poured into my cup, but like to actually validate me to actually validate me and like uplift me, and it's unprovoked, is I almost feel like it's new territory, despite that, you know, she's my mama. She's been pouring into me since the day that I was in her womb. But like as an adult, you know, it's just so nice to have a mom that's, you know, cheering me on from the sidelines, and like so amazing and so nurturing and helpful, and she's just the greatest, honestly. She's the greatest. Yeah, big up my mama. Yeah, big mother bougie, big her up. Yeah, show her love in the comments, because like, yeah, she definitely eats down as a mom. And you know, as a mom, as a grandma, she's just top tier, even when we are mad shit. And by we, I mean the kids, not me, girl. I don't mad my mama. No, ma'am. Don't add to her stress. But actually, let her tell it, child. She probably say I do. But I love having my mom around. And I just pray that God continues to bless her, because she's actually top tier human being. Not just top tier mom. She's just a good human. Like, she's amazing. Anyway, that being said, she just texted me. So yeah, I obviously just had to give my mama her flowers. But back to what I was saying about like my social anxiety ruling me for so long. It was literally becoming a problem. And so like I was putting up members videos in the time that I was getting ready to finally go outside and act like a normal human being. And I was explaining just this very thing to my members, that like I really struggle in that department. Obviously, once you have like a core group of friends, you aren't going to feel that way. Like, you're gonna naturally just vibe out with your friends. But if you don't have that and you're getting to know people, like, you know, you're not going to just go to a random space and feel good, feel, you know, adventurous, feel spontaneous, or like, you know, just open up to people, because you're guarded, especially if you've been hurt. Like, you're not gonna do no, and no. It's not a thing. Where did that come from? Oh my god, I got new spots on my face. Yes. Is that real, or something on my face? Let me go ask my mom. Mom, come here a second. That was not there before. It's cute. It's so tea. Look at this. Hold on, let me... Girl, focus. This one right here. Oh my god, it's new. Is my door locked? Oh. Yes, for the new beauty spot. Like, it's so tea. Wow. The Lord said, you're even more beautiful. And give me a new spot. I am so excited about this. Wow. Anyway, I think I left my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in one of my new friend's cars. So, I'm gonna have to go with Fenty today. I'm kind of scared to use it though, because I don't really use this powder. Oh, you know what? It's all right. It's very blurring. Oh my. She was a fairy. Yeah. You know, it did take time. For, like, when I was out over the weekend. It definitely took time for me to sort of warm up, but once I was warmed up, girl, I was so in my element, and I was like, oh my god, I miss this lifestyle until I woke up the following days and realized my body is not used to those things, okay? Because I made my corset and it fit like a freaking dream, okay? Forget a glove, but a dream. It fits so nicely. It looks so good. My outfit was cute. And I was dancing in it. Corsets are not made for dancing, girl. Okay? You know, if you bend down low in a corset, you know, if you wind up your waist in a corset, because the boning is definitely gonna leave some internal bruising. But it's all for the love of fashion, okay? When I touch my back, I can definitely feel that I was out. And like yesterday, my muscles are sore. I said, girl, did I go to the gym, girl? Like, I was dancing. And then when I looked at the videos, I was like, oh, mother was outside. Wait, it's me forgetting that I'm recording? All of the voice notes are in the video. I have to edit so much out of this video because my camera's just rolling right now while me and you are keying. I'm crying tears. Anyway, makeup is tea. What was I even saying? I'm having so much fun. I was just talking to one of my girlfriends from Canada though, not from here, and keying with her. Totally forgot that I was filming because I was just catching her up on some things. But like, as far as like, I'm actually crying right now. I shouldn't be crying laughing while I'm trying to do my eyeliner. Hot mess. I have no idea what I was talking about, but like, I'd probably be about being socially awkward. But like, literally after the weekend passed, like, my phone been ringing, girl. Like, my phone been, I was on FaceTime calls, like, it's so weird. It's honestly weird to have people calling my phone, like multiple people calling my phone, and we're literally just on there keying. Like, it's so weird, but so fun. And like, planning fun nights out and like game nights and stuff already. Like, it's just so tea. Like, I feel like my life has just done a whole 180, and I'm so here for it. Like, I'm so here for it. I gotta eat this up, girl. Like, I gotta eat it up. I gotta enjoy myself, because I have not been enjoying myself. My life has just been turmoil after turmoil after turmoil, and I'm not accepting turmoil anymore. I'm only accepting fun, and that's what I'm set out to do. Have F-U-N, fun. Yeah, that's me I gonna do. Fun girl. Okay, girls just wanna have fun. Yeah, that's me. Truly. And I deserve all of it. Ooh, all of it, girl. Like, I'm feeling so good. I might even do carnival next year. I might even freaking do carnival next year. Like, that's how good I'm feeling. Especially because I'm about to start with a personal trainer. Body's gonna be smoking cigarettes. Yeah. Shape nice. Figure it. Yeah. Not going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. Oh, okay. Oh, baby, you could never steal my joy. Like, ever. Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. In the lowest of keys, even though I am 1000% against marriage, I'm glad that I did all those things already, and I don't do them again. I'm glad I already got married and are getting divorced, and I'm glad that I already popped out on my kids and I ain't gonna have no more. Now I just get to have fun. Which is why it really gags me when people have like ginormous age gaps between their kids. I'm like, absolutely not. I couldn't imagine Salem being like 15 and I'm having another baby. No, sir. Those age, when people have those big age gaps, I'm like, what the hell? But that's not gonna be my story. I'm never having another child. Ship definitely sailed. Praise the Lord. I'm glad I got all that craziness out the way. You know, tried it, didn't like it. Tried out marriage, didn't like it, terrible, 0 out of 10, don't recommend. That being said, you know, I love me a good wedding now. Okay, I love seeing people get married. I love people in love. I love all those things. But like, I'm just against it. But that's like a preference thing, you know. I don't think people should do it. I feel like if you are gonna get like married, you should just do a commitment ceremony. I feel like you shouldn't actually like go file with the government and say you're married and all these things. It just complicates things, girl. Should anything go awry. But hey, if you like it, I love it. You know what I mean? And I'm not just speaking from like my own personal experience. Before, like when I was younger, that's why I would always say like I'm never getting married, I'm never having kids, because of the things that transpired in my life after the fact. I didn't even know it could get so crazy or so bad, but it did. And like it just proved that my preconceived notion about the situation, like about people being married, because of what I witnessed in my own family, and maybe it's a generational curse, girl, I don't know, but the things that I witnessed, I was like, that is just ghetto as hell. So how I ended up doing it, well, hey, God's plan, not mine. Okay, God's plan, not mine. But the coolest thing about that is all the lessons I learned along the way, I get to now apply it in like the new decade. So that's cool. That's why I'm not bitter about anything that happens to me, because I've learned so much, you know, and I've grown so much. And that's what life is about, like I was saying. So let me put my lashes on. We'll finish the look. I was gone for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Honestly, I always try to resist my signature lip, but it's so hard, which is liner and gloss. But to keep this color is cute, like my natural lip color. That's probably why I'm always trying to just put gloss on top, but I like it matte right now, so I'm gonna try to find you will never find as long as you live someone who loves you like I do. This kind of goes. What's that? Single. Oh, can I use this? Oh my god. Must resist lip gloss. Must resist lip gloss. Moral of the story, baby, if you're afraid to go outside, just go outside. Because I went outside and like my whole life shifted. Oh, my life is tea, baby. My life is tea. Okay, I went outside. One time I go outside and everything changed. I don't know if you guys see the TikTok of the girl, she says moving a picture in Microsoft Word, and her whole apartment, like she moves like a piece of furniture and everything in the apartment goes upside down and all around, and that is my life right now. I moved one picture on Microsoft Word and everything in a different era. All right, anyway, you guys, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching this video. I know you guys want me to like update on Diddy trial, but like the Diddy trial actually overwhelmed me, so I don't know if I'm gonna actually do like current updates or just wait till the very end and just speak my thoughts, you know. I love you all so much, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one.